And welcome back, race fans. As we're going to be taking on round 3 of the 2025 Extreme Outlaws Stock Tour presented by No Coast Customs. And we're live from Houston Speedway tonight. Looks like we have about 14 drivers making the call. And sorry, bear with me, as right before I was going to go live, my internet went out, so I'm trying to play catch up here. And I believe the drivers have already had their drivers meeting, and that drivers meeting is presented by Admin Box as a sponsor for the drivers meeting. Use code RPE SportsBox to save 10% on your next order with them. As the practice session looks like it's over here. We're going to go straight into heat race number 1 tonight, as there's no qualifying. It's luck of the draw. And for heat race number 1, starting on the pole is going to be the 06 of Scott Thomason. On his outside is going to be the 15 of Matt Taylor. Row 2 is going to be Corey in that 34 on the inside. On the outside is going to be the 84 of Bryce Dickinson. Row 3 looks like it's going to be Russell Harold, and that 19 machine on his outside is going to be James Miller. And rounding out the field is going to be the number 6 of Jamie Massey. And Jamie's won the first 2 weeks, as we are on week number 3 out of the 6-week series. And they're still waiting for gridding up. I believe James Miller in that 022 did not make the call. Susie's over here cheering on the party of Matt Taylor, Bryce Dickinson, Jamie Massey. I'm sure it's going to be Ty in the next race as well. As a 06, so Scott is going to be leading us into turn number 1. He's waiting for that third-party green flag to drop. I should say that's a third-party gaming green flag to drop. As we're coming down the back straightaway. And he's going to be leading us to the Derek's Action Photos start zone. And he's in the start zone. We're going to go green flag racing this time around. The 6 is going to take a good jump. We're going to be side-by-side back there for second between the 34 and the 15. As they come out turn number 2, it's still going to be the 6 of Scott leading the field. Here comes the 34 down low, looking to make it interesting for the lead. As we're going to be side-by-side for lap number 1 and start at lap number 2. Still the 34 on the inside of the 6 on the outside. The 34 is going to clear him. He's going to take over the position as they go into turn number 3. We're going to be 3 wide back there for the second position. We were there for just a little bit. The 34 is still going to be leading us here. We're side-by-side there for the second position, and we look like we're 3 wide. We're going to have a little bit of contact. Now they're going to be side-by-side with the 84 and the 6. The 6 is getting that low side going, and he's making a pass there for your second position. The 34 bobbled up. They're still side-by-side battling it out. The 34 has been leading it since lap number 2. And here comes Jamie, your 2-time defending winner as we're going to be halfway through with this race. The 6 machine is looking down low. He's going to want to take that lead away, going down the back straightaway. The 34 is still right there on his outside. Here comes the 6 of Jamie Massey. He's going to take the lead with, I believe it's 3 laps remaining. And thank you everyone for all the likes and everything as we keep going with this. It's going to be Jamie leading us in turn number 3 and coming out 4. He's still leading it, and it looks like 34 got into that berm just a little bit and slowed up the 84 as well with him. The 06 of Scott is going to be in second, and the 34 is going to take your 3rd position. It's still Jamie at the point, and Matt Taylor in that 15 machine is in 4th, as this is your battle for 3rd. As these drivers just got the white flag, it's going to be Jamie leading us down the back straightaway into turn number 3. As he's coming out turn number 4, he's going to be getting the checkered flag. It's going to be Jamie taking the win, followed by Scott. Corey will round out your top 3, and then you have Matt Taylor and Bryce Dickinson in that 84 machine. And rounding out the field was the number 19 of Russell Harold. And that's going to complete your heat race number 1 for tonight's event. And your starting lineup for your right rear race and heat race number 2 is going to look like this. We're going to have Robert in that 30 machine on the pole. On his outside is going to be the 117 of Cody. Inside row number 2 is going to be Ty Dickinson in the 67. And on his outside is going to be James Frazier in the 661. Inside row number 3 is going to be Eli Harris in the 115. On his outside is going to be Joseph Grandy. And rounding out the field is going to be Kaylor Hogan. And let me get up there with these drivers. As it's going to be Robert in that 30 machine. He's going to be leading the field to the Derek's Actions Photo start zone and he's going to be waiting for that third-party gaming green flag. And we have one that pulled off there. As they're getting the 1 to green next time around. This heat race looks like we're going to have 5 drivers. As they come out of turn number 2, going down the back straightaway. Again, they're waiting for that third-party gaming green flag to drop. As soon as they get to that Derek's photo start zone. As we're in that start zone, the green flag's going to drop with the 30 leading us down the front straightaway. The 17 is going to be on his outside. They're going to be side-by-side, entering turn 1. We're going to make contact there and have the caution flag come out. And we're going to go back and take another look at that one. And it's the 618 caution flag. As the 30 goes down low, and the 17 and the 30 just make contacts right there. And try to find someone here on the track. And that was a 618 engraving and designs caution. They're also your fastest lap sponsor as well, and your B-Man sponsor. Yeah, as we're getting the 1 to green, we're going to be going green flag racing next time around. And the field's going to be led by the number 117 of Cody. Ty Dixon's going to be in 3rd. The 661 of James Frazier is in 3rd, and followed by Kaylor in that 21 machine. As Cody's going to be leading us to the green flag this time around as he's entered turn number 3. He's in that start zone area. He's going to hit that loud pedal and get the green flag. As the 67 and the 17 are going to be right there on top of each other in turn 1, it looks like. 67 hits that inside berm. It's still going to be Cody down the back straightaway, but the 67 and the 661's hot on his heels. And that was Ty that made that inside contact of the berm. As we're going to have a battle now for your second position between the 661 and the 67. It's going to be the 661 taking it out, coming out of number 2. As they go in turn number 3, it's still going to be 661 of James Frazier, followed by Ty Dickinson. As your current leader is going to be Cody in the 17 machine. It's going to be 661 and the 667 rounding out your top 3, as we're going to be getting the halfway to go this time around. We have 𝐒𝐭𝐫 rounding out the field that's currently on the track. The 661 of James Frazier looks like he's reeled in Cody just a little bit here, as we're rounding out the last few laps of this race. And we should be getting the 2 to go. We only have 2 more laps to go, as the 661's hot on Cody's heels here. As they go down the back straightaway, he's going to look on the outside. Going to make it interesting here for the last lap, as they're getting the white flag this time around, coming out turn number 4. As Cody's trying to defend his position here, we're going down the back straightaway with the 661 looking out on the outside, or he's going to go inside this time. As they're coming out turn number 4, it's going to be the 17 taking the win, followed by the 661, and then the 67 of Ty Dickinson is going to round out your top 3. And the 𝐒𝐭𝐫 and the 21 machine is going to round out the field for the ones that were on the track. And thank you, everyone, for all your likes, shares, follows, as we are going to go into a 5-minute warm-up session here. Again, tonight's race is 35 laps. And we'd like to thank all of our sponsors, as we did not have if I can find it here, we did not have a heat race number 3, and that's the 𝐑𝐏𝐄𝐒 Customs. They're also this series presenting sponsor as well. And the 𝐑𝐏𝐄𝐒 Customs is your go-to place for high-quality vehicle wraps, custom designs, and eye-catching graphics. Whether you're looking to turn your car into a showpiece or enhance your business branding, 𝐑𝐏𝐄𝐒 Customs brings your vision to life. Join their Discord or find them on Facebook to get your custom wrap today. We also didn't have a heat race number 4, but they're also your white flag sponsor, and that's going to be Elevated TV. And as we approach the final laps of tonight's race, the white flag and heat race number 4 is proudly brought to you by Elevated TV. Whether you're looking for in-depth driver interviews or full event coverage, Elevated TV takes your viewing experience to the next level. Be sure to tune in for exclusive race content and elevate your race night. Find them on Facebook and YouTube for all the action. And we also have the admin box, as they are your driver's maintenance sponsor. And if you make a purchase with the admin box, use code RPE Sports Box to save 10% on your order. You also have Premier Racing Setups as your Hard Luck Award sponsor. And sometimes luck isn't on your side, but Premier Racing Setups is here to recognize those who push through adversity with Hard Luck Award. Premier Racing Setups provides high-quality custom racing setups designed to help you reach your full potential on the track. Find them on nearly any social media platform and discover the setups that will unlock your speed today. We've called out the 618 Engraving and Designs. They're your caution, your fastest lap, and your B-main sponsor. Whether you need custom hats, koozies, or even cutting boards, 618 Engraving and Design delivers precision craftsmanship for any event. Visit them online to see all the incredible custom products they offer. We also have Victory Fuel on board as well, as they're the Ford Wide Salute sponsor. And if you make an order with them, use the RPE Sports Victory to save 10% at checkout. I believe I'm missing one more sponsor, and that's going to be your Sick Trophies. They're your official sponsor and sponsor of the 2025 RPES Awards Show. A huge thank you to Sick Trophies, the official trophy supplier of RPES, and sponsor of the 2025 RPES Awards Show. Sick Trophies will be providing the prestigious awards to honor outstanding drivers and teams of 2025. Join us on Wednesday, December 10th to celebrate the best moments of the year at the 2025 Awards Show. As we are nearing the last few minutes, or seconds, I should say, of our warm-up set, which is sponsored by the Night Owl Racing League. And we have people on the YouTube side and Facebook side getting in the chat. As Jeremy's saying that Mini Stock's putting on a good show so far. I would say yes, they have, and probably one of the better classes to call as an announcer, as well as from my opinion. And I'm sure all the viewers returning viewers, I should say, are seeing that down low on the left-hand side as the Right Rear Racing logo. And we also have Frisky Motorsports logo as well. And we're giving them a huge shout-out as they joined on board with Right Rear Racing, and we're giving each other shout-outs, basically. And for your starting lineup for your main event tonight, it's going to be the number 6 of Jamie Massey on the inside pole. On his outside is going to be Cody in that 117 machine. Inside row number 2 is going to be Scott in the 06. On his outside is going to be James Frazier in the 661. Row 3, it looks like it's going to be the 34 of Corey. On his outside is going to be the Ty Dixon. Ty Dixon in the 67 machine. Row 4 is going to be Matt Taylor in the 15. On his outside is going to be Kaylor Hogan in the 21. Row 5 is going to be Bryce Dickinson in the 84. On his outside is going to be the 30 of Robert Puckett. Row 6, we have Russell Harold in the 19 machine. On his outside is going to be the 115 of Eli Harris. And rounding out your field is going to be James Miller in that 022. And on his outside is going to be Joseph Grandy in the 518. As they're coming down the front straightaway, they should be getting the 1 to green, as Jamie's going to be leading us into turn number 1. As he's coming down the back straightaway, he's ready to go to that Derek's Action Photos start zone. As the pace truck pulls off, they're coming in turn number 3. And we're waiting for the third-party gaming green flag to drop, as it's going to be dropping this time. Jamie's going to get a good jump here, as Cody's going to be in second. We have the 661 and the 17. They're going to take over your third position. The 6 of Scott's going to be in fourth, as we have a battle back here. The 34 is going to look on the inside. This is going to be your battle for your fourth position. As the other 3 drivers are in line, we're going to keep an eye on those as well. Here goes the 34 on the inside as they're coming out of turn number 2. The 34 is going to be trying to take over your fourth position. As this is your battle for fourth. As they're coming out of turn number 2, it's going to be the 34 securing that position. And here comes Ty Dixon in that 6-7 machine. He's trying to look down low of the 6 and take over fifth. We're going to go back up here to, or we're going to stay right here as I believe Ty is going to try to make a move. He just bobbled on the inside and hit that berm. As we go back up to your leader of Jamie, he's going to be coming out turn 4. And we're 5 laps into this 35-lap event. It's still going to be Cody in the second position, followed by James Frazier in third. And Corey's reeling those drivers in. And the moment we're talking about that, we have a battle for 5th between the 67 and the 6. As Ty Dickinson, the 67, is going to be looking down low. We're going to have a little bit of contact here coming down turn 2. And both of those drivers got into it just a little bit. That's going to bring out the 5. Bring out the caution flag. And we're going to go take a look at what happened there. It's a 618 engraving caution. As these two drivers are side by side, it looks like 6 kind of got a little loose coming out on the exit there too. And they both got into each other right there. And that's going to bring out the first caution of the night. And it looks like we have 8 laps down. It's still going to be Jamie in that 6 machine leading the field. The 117 of Cody is in second, followed by Corey in the 34 machine. As I missed that pass as those 2 drivers got into it and got the yellow, unless it should be the 661 still. But that's what it is the 661 on my board now. And it's Corey in the 34 machine, he's going to be in 4th. And rounding out your top 5 is going to be the 84 of Bryce Dickinson. And currently, it looks like we have James Miller in that 022 as your current hard charger. As he's moved up 6 positions, and he's running in 7th. And the pace truck lights are off. The drivers are giving the 1 to green sign as we're ready to go green flag racing next time around. And Jamie's going to pick the high side, it looks like. For the Delaware start here, as he's going to hit that green flag, or hit that loud pedal. The 34 is going to look on the outside. This is going to be your battle for second between the 34 and the 17. The 17 is going to push up just a little bit, close the door on the 34. The 34 is looking down low. He's getting spun out there. We're going to probably have another caution flag, as the caution flag just flew. We're going to go back and take a look at what happened. Take a look at the 34 on board with him, and the 661. As a 17 is more of a racing incident, it looks like, between those 2 drivers. But that's why I'm in the broadcast booth and not as an admin in race control tower there. And that's going to change up your field just a little bit here, as it's going to be still Jamie in first, and followed by Cody in second. And third, it's going to be Matt Taylor now. And fourth, it's going to be Bryce Dickinson, followed by James Miller, rounding out your top 5. And you have Eli Harris in 6th. Russell Harold in 7th. Robert Puckett in 8th. As the drivers are getting the 1 to green, they're going to go green flag racing next time around. And we have, they're coming out turn number 2. Jamie's currently your 618 engraving fastest lap driver, fastest lap. As we're going to go green flag racing, Jamie's going to be leading us to the turn number 1. It's going to be Cody in second, still with Matt Taylor rounding out your top 3. You got Bryce Dixon ready to jump on that third position as he's looking down low as they go into turn number 3. Then they're going to be side by side. This is battle for your third position between Bryce and Matt. It looks like it's going to be Bryce taking over that third position. He's going to try to reel in Cody. The 022 is going to follow Bryce and go down low as they're going down the back straightaway again. We're going to go back here with James Miller in that 022 as he's looking down low. This is going to be for your fourth position to take away from the 15 driver. And they're still side by side. Again, this is battle for fourth. As they're coming out turn number 4, it's going to be the 022 taking the fourth position away. He's trying to reel in Bryce Dickinson there. And it looks like we got one on the wall back there. See if we stay green as the 022 is reeling in Bryce just a little bit as we have 13 laps down. And on your screen, we have your third and fourth place drivers as this battle is starting to heat up here. And come back here to Bryce and James again. As Jamie's kind of walking away from the field just a little bit. As James Miller is trying something on the outside. And we have another yellow flag coming out. And we'll go take a look at what happened there. We got this. We're on board following the 661 of James Frazier. Got the inside berm just a little bit, and 34 contacted and finished her looping around there. And we're nearing the halfway point here. It's been Jamie leading the field and Cody in second. And then we've had the battles behind those two drivers. And currently it's the 84 of Bryce sitting in third and the 022 of James Miller sitting fourth. And rounding out your top 5 is going to be the 15 of Matt Taylor. And Corey got caught on that caution just a little bit earlier. He's currently moved up to 6th. And Ty Dickinson is going to be in 7th. Eli Harris is 8th. Scott is 9th. And Kayla Hogan is going to be 10th. As the pace truck lights are off, we're going to go green flag racing next time around. And again, we're going to be hearing from the top 3 drivers after the race is over with, and your hard charger. As Jamie's going to be leading us to the green. The 84 of Bryce Dickinson is going to get a good run here. He's going to look down low of the 17. That's going to be your battle for your second position on this restart here. As those two make a little bit of contact coming out turn 2. They're still bumping, but they're not. They're still driving here. It's keeping it straight. Here comes the 84. He's looking down low. Coming out 4. He's going to take over that second position just for a little bit as they're still side by side going to turn number 1, and they're coming out turn number 2. Still side by side, giving good racing here. As the 022, he's looking to follow Bryce in that 84 as soon as he makes that move. And at the line, it's going to be Bryce Dickinson in the 84 machine. And we have three wide there, just a little bit going into turn 1. And we have the 022 of James Miller. He's looking down low, try to pass Cody there. That's going to be your battle for your third position, fourth position. And Cody came down just a little bit in front of the 022. And we're going to go take another look at that as we have another 618 custom engraving caution flag. All 3 of these drivers were right there hard on top of each other. And it looked like Cody's trying to come down and just collected his left rear and spun her around right there. And that's going to shake your field up just a little bit as you have Jamie still in the lead, followed by Bryce Dickinson. James Miller on the 022, he's moved up 10 spots so far. Corey in that 34 machine, he's came back up there after that early caution. Then we're going to have Matt Taylor in the 15 machine. rounding out your top 5. Again, we had 14 drivers make the call for tonight's race. As we're entering turn 3, we're going to go green flag racing this time around as Jamie's picked the high side.
Green, green, green.
And Jamie's going to be leading us to the green as the 84 of Bryce Dickinson's going to go down low. They're still going to be side by side for your third position between the 2 and the 22 and the 34. As we watch these drivers, and Bryce hits that inside berm just a little bit, that's going to bobble him up. He's coming up high. Here comes the 022. Looking down low of Bryce as they're coming out of turn 2 down the front back straightaway. Entering turn 3, they're still side by side. That's your battle for third, or sorry, your battle for second, and battle for third is going to be heating up right behind them as well as soon as one of these drivers clear each other as they're double file. The 022 of James Miller still getting that inside lane going as we look near the closing laps of this event. Again, this is second, third, fourth, and fifth all on your screen. As the 022 is looking down low, he's going to try to clear Bryce Dickinson this time around as they come out turn 4. He's going to take over the second place position just for a little bit as the 84 is still getting the outside lane going. And it's going to be still side-by-side racing. Coming in turn 3, coming out 4, still going to be the 22 of James Miller. As Corey is looking down low, he's going to try to make it interesting and go 3 wide. Let's see if the 34 and the 84 can split the 22. And the 34 got inside on that inside berm just a little bit. That's going to slow him up. The 84 is still on the outside as we near the last 10 laps of this race. And we have contact between the 34 and the 84. We're going to stay green. They kept them straight. And they're hard racing here as the 3 drivers got into each other. 22, 84, all those top 5 right there. And that's going to bring up the caution flag. As we take another look at it, these guys were running hard. This is your battle for second, third. And they're all racing for the same real estate. And that looks like it's going to be throwing your field off just again, or once again, as it's still Jamie. Jamie's been on cruise control since the drop of the green. And it looks like it's going to be Bryce Dickinson and the 84 machine, followed by the 34 of Corey for your top 3. And then you have 67 of Ty Dickinson. And the 15 of Matt Taylor to round out your top 5. And I know James Miller in that 022, he was going to be, looks like he was going to be the hard charger there before that caution came out. As he started 13th. And he moved all the way up to second. As we have the one to go, we're under 10 laps remaining in this event. It's still going to be Jamie leading us to the green, followed by Bryce, and then we have Corey running out your top 3 again, like I said, in the tie, and Matt Taylor. Kind of interested to see what's going to happen on these closing laps as we're going into turn number 3. And we're getting that start zone. Here comes Jamie hitting that loud pedal. The 84 is going to be in second there with Corey right on his heels. And Jamie got a good jump on that start. Here comes the 34 looking down low. He's going to make it interesting coming in turn 3 as these 2 drivers are battling it out for your second position. As they make contact with that berm, they're both going to be looping it there just to look right there in front of the field and no one else collected with them. And we're going to take another look at what happened there. They're both running for the same real estate, been hard racing all night. Got into each other, hit that inside berm, and ended up looping her around there. And that was your second and third place drivers. And it's going to be Jamie, followed by Ty, and then Matt Taylor in third. And we have Scott in the 6th machine as well, the 06 in 4th, followed by 𝐭𝐬𝐫 in 5th. Almost called him by his in the position of his car number. And we have, looks like 6 laps remaining in this event as we're going into, I thought the pace truck was pulling off. We still have caution flags flying. And the lights are out this time around. We're going to go green flag racing as Jamie's going to be leading us into turn number 1. Wait for that pace truck to pull off and get into the start zone so that way he can hit this loud pedal and close out this race with 6 more laps remaining. As he's entering turn 3, he's getting ready for that loud pedal as Ty's going to be right on his bumper here. We're getting the green flag as it's going to be Jamie followed by Ty. Those two got a pretty good jump here, and Matt Taylor as well in 3rd. Cody's making his way back up through the field as he's looking down low. He's trying to battle it up there for your 5th place position with him and the 21. We're going to be on board watching the 15 of Matt Taylor. As they have contact right behind him, that was Scott and Cody that made contact. As we have closing the laps here, it's going to be Jamie followed by Ty and then Matt Taylor. And there's your 4th place driver of Scott, followed by 𝐭𝐬𝐫. As these two drivers are trying to close up on the top of each other. Here's come Cody in the 6th place position in the 17 car. He's trying to close the door to make it interesting here for the last 2 laps as Jamie just got 2 to go. And he's entering turn number 3. As he's coming out turn number 4, he's seeing the elevated TV white flag this time around. Followed by Ty in 2nd. We're going to go back up here with Jamie. As Jamie's going to win the 3rd time in a row. Followed by Ty Dickinson in 2nd. Matt Taylor's going to round out your top 3. Scott Thomason in 4th. And Cody rounds out your top 5. And from my board here, it's also going to be James Miller as your hard charger. Again, we're going to hear from your top 3 drivers and your hard charger. As you see, the top 3 drivers are pulling onto the front straightaway now. And we have 𝐭𝐬𝐫 finishing 6th, Bryce Dixon finishing 7th, James Miller in 8th, Corey finishing 9th, Russell Harold 10th, Robert Puckett in 11th, Eli Harris in 12th, James Frazier in 13th, and Joseph Grandy rounds out your field. Again, we're going to hear from your top 3 drivers here and your hard charger. You know, looks like I have all 4 drivers ready to go. Make sure I have everything ready on my end. And we're going to hear from Matt Taylor in the 15 machine as he finished 3rd. Hey, Matt, you there?
Yep.
Man, that was one hell of a race there. How's the track for you?
It was pretty good. It started to get a little slick at the end.
Did you like it whenever it started getting slick there at the end? Or did you like it more whenever it's hammered down with the tackiness?
I would have rather been tacky because a lot of the other people kept getting loose, so it was kind of scary. but that kind of pushed me up anyhow. So it worked out in the end.
Yes, sir. It seems like he started in seventh, avoided the wrecks, came up here and got in third.
Yep. That's the best way to do it.
And do you have any sponsors that you'd like to give a shout out to?
618 Engraving, Papa Mike Promotion, Sweet Tea Gang, Never Level, 5-6 Graphics. I think that's about it.
And congratulations again on your podium finish. And hopefully we hear back from you again next week.
For sure. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, sir. And there you have it, your third place finisher, Matt Taylor. We're going to hear from Ty Dickinson in the 67 machine where he finished second. And Ty, are you there, man?
Yes, sir.
Man, that was one hell of a race I seen you put on there. Whenever Bryce and I believe it was Corey, whenever they got into it in front of you, what was going through your mind there at that point?
Actually saw it coming. And I was just talking to Corey, and I told him no offense, but I saw he was driving down super hard on the bottom, and I knew something was going to happen. And it sucks because, I mean, Bryce is my brother, and I'm just waiting for it to happen, and it did. So that's why I started running the mid line when the bottom was the fastest. And like I said, no offense to Corey. I mean, he was running a great race. I think he was just pushing a little too hard, and but it's racing and it's dirt, and you have to push these cars hard. So I didn't think anything of it. It happens. It's racing. It should be no hard feelings. We should just wipe it off our shoulders and move on to the next race.
Oh yes, definitely. Y'all were running hard all throughout the field. Everyone was. So, I mean, overall, I felt like it was good racing overall, as throughout the whole field.
Yeah, and it was a blast. I think it was a great track. I personally just bought it. I've never ran a single lap on this track until tonight. The berm on the bottom is really tricky, and I'm sure you saw on the replay or on the broadcast, a lot of the cars hit it, and when hit it, it messes everything up. And it's just like you want to get as close to the bottom as you possibly can to get that little bit of grip. And if you hit that berm, it will bunch everyone up. So it's no one's at fault.
Right.
It's just you're trying to be as fast as you can and trying to be as smooth as you can. But I think it was a great show. Unfortunately, Massey ran away and he got to avoid all the fun. But no, I think it was a great race, honestly.
Yes, sir. And talking about that berm, you hit that berm quite a few times there in the heat race, and I think after that's whenever you learn not to hit that berm and go as far down there.
Man, thanks for calling me out. Yeah.
Sorry, man. I called it during the race, so I'm gonna call you out now. So sorry about that.
I know. I hit the berm, and I remember talking to the guys. I'm like, oh crap, that's what that does to you. So like, I learned from that. Like certain tracks, you can hit that berm, put your left front on it, and you can drive with it. This track you can't. That berm is just too heavy, and I don't know if it's all the cars or if it's just this car, but when you hit that berm, you almost push up and lose everything.
It's every car.
Yeah.
It's every car here.
Yeah. Some tracks you hit the berm and you grab a little bit and you can go. This one, you're toast.
Yes, sir. And do you have any sponsors that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Oh man, I have a long list. You ready for it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, first and foremost, I got to thank you for doing the broadcast. That's usually the one thing that's not noted as much. You guys do the tough work, or we do the easy work. Secondly, I got to thank 618 Graphics, Matt Taylor. He does stellar work. I heard your bit on the broadcast. Anything you guys need done, he can do. I mean, he's made me a mouse pad, a laptop cover, hats, wallets, whatever you think of, he can do it for you. Got to thank Papa Mike Promotions. He's one of my biggest supporters out there. He's also my dad. Got to thank Mama Bear. Mama Bear is always out there. That's my mom. If anyone arrests me, she's at their front doorstep ready to beat their ass. No offense. Sorry to swear. Got to thank my girlfriend, Brianne, for letting me do this. It's just a simulator, but she lets me do what I do. I got to thank her family, the Davis family, and the UTech family. They're always at home watching me, support me, and pushing me to do better. And lastly, my team H&L. Congrats on Jamie on the win. Congrats on Matt on third. Success for Bryce. Schmidt happens. And I got to think the rest of my family. I know my grandpa John's watching from home. And lastly, Andrew for putting this stuff on. Andrew puts up with a lot. But I think we have a good thing going. This mini stock league is a great league. It's a lot of fun. I've never walked away upset. And with an Andrew like admin like Andrew, it's hard not to like the guy. He's a goofy guy, but I love the guy. But yeah, that's it. I talk a lot. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
Oh shit, Donnie.
Yes, sir.
Oh my god.
Yes,
Okay,
where we run on Wednesday nights, and yes.
Yes, I just looked up at the fucking. Oh shit. Sorry. Oh my god.
No, you're.
I looked up at the Discord and I see it's Donnie. I'm like, oh my god, it's Donnie.
Yes, sir.
But okay, yeah, a lot of respect for you as well. So I appreciate you a ton.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep. Talk to you later.
Yep. And congratulations on your second place finish.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Yep. And there you have it, your second place finisher of Ty Dickinson. And we're going to hear from Jamie as he finished first. And this is going to be the third time in a row finishing first in the series. And Jamie, are you there?
I got you, buddy.
And you just put it on cruise control. It seemed like and just walked away. Were you happy that you
Yeah.
avoided most of the wrecks and everything that happened behind you?
Yeah, we got to the lead there in the heat race, and track position's key, and had a little bit of things play in our favor there. They left the bottom open, and we're really good in these cars right now, man. And I don't race them a lot anymore unless there's money on the line or a league race, but my guys stay tuning for me. When I put the setups in there, they'll go test to make sure that they're still winning setups. So it's what's crazy is, man, we built that setup like a week or two after the mini stocks came out, and it's been lights out ever since. We run it at every track, and I don't know that we've lost maybe but one or two mini stock races. So that being said, I'm just proud of the group of guys I got.
Yes, sir. And I believe you covered your starting on the heat race at the back of the field and going down to the bottom. So you basically answered my question there on that one. Do what?
Yeah, that was important. Like I said, this track position in the heat race was key. I started last, I think, and it's just you got to put yourself in position to win these things, and but you got to do it without getting yourself in the EOL or getting the EOL for next week. So I just try to stay to myself and keep my nose clean and take what's given to me, and that's kind of how it felt tonight.
Yes, sir. And do you have any sponsors that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, that's like I said. I just want to thank everybody over at my team H&L. All my guys, they put in a lot of work. Like I said, I try to stay away from the mini stocks as much as I'm building setups for the bigger stuff, and I've kind of let them take over running the mini stock stuff. Like I said, we built the setup a while back. They just keep making sure that it's fast enough to be up front. So I want to thank all them. Congratulations to Ty and Matt there on a hell of a run. Bryce had a good run too, just some misfortune. I want to thank 14M Graphics, Papa Mike's Promotions, Mama Bear, and y'all for putting this deal on. And we'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. We'll see you next week. And again, congratulations on victory number 3.
Thank you.
Yep. And there you have it, your winner of tonight's race, Jamie. And next up, we're going to hear from your hard charger of James Miller in that 022 machine. And James, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, you moved up. Officially, you moved up 5 positions. But at one point, you were running second. Well, did you have to do to get through everybody? What was your mindset going into the race tonight, the main event?
Man, the track sucked. It was locked down one groove. We basically had to just ride and wait till somebody messed up and then get underneath them. It was fun, but it was challenging. Sometimes you like those tracks, sometimes you don't, but a lot of times it puts on some good racing. Not for the drivers, but especially for the fans watching.
Yes, sir. This track, like you said, it's tricky. It doesn't matter what class you're running. It's tricky at this track, and it does put on a show for the fans. So, and that's mainly what all of us drivers want to do, is put on a show for fans. After that, you got caught up running second position and got caught up in that caution. You had to go all the way back to the back of the field. What happened in front of you there to where you moved back up to finish 8th?
Well, I got there to second place, and I think it was a case of hurry up and wrecking so it can't beat us or whatever happened there. But I got sent to the back, and basically just the same game plan again. Just wait till they mess up and pass them on the bottom and pick them off. You know, about all you can do. Just get them where you can.
Yes, and I'm sure that you, like I said, you avoided all the wrecks and everything, but I'm sure that you realize where the wrecks were happening at. All the drivers were battling hard for that bottom side, so it sucks that you got caught up in that one wreck. I think that you had something as well to come up there and battle Jamie on one of those restarts.
Yeah, I think everybody would have liked to have seen that besides them, but we'll try again next week, and we'll see if the same thing happens again or whatnot.
Yes, sir. And do you have any
Either
sponsors
way,
that
we'll
you'd
show
like to
up
give?
trying like hell.
Oh yeah, definitely. And do you have any sponsors that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Turn 4 Promotions. Y'all for doing the broadcast, the guys at Regal for doing this, and 661 Esports.
And congratulations again on your hard charger. Hopefully next week you're not having to be the hard charger and you're up here giving in the broadcast booth with me doing a post-race interview because you are on the podium.
Yeah, we'll try. I tried to get the podium in the hard charger tonight, but other people had other plans for that, so we'll just wake up in the morning and go to the chiropractor and send them a bill or something, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Yeah.
thank y'all.
Yep, thank you. Have a good night, man.
You too.
And there you have it, James Miller, your hard charger tonight in that 022 machine. And that's going to conclude tonight's racing. As next week, the series goes to Cedar Lake. It's going to be a 35-lap event. And it's going to start at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 Eastern. For anyone that has been watching on the Facebook page, we're going to do a special wheel spin at the end of that race. And after all the interviews, for a real-life race at Nevada Speedway for a free entry to the Tiny Joel's Memorial Race. Also, one more thing with everyone, with Regal Promotions Esports, on Monday night is going to be the winter heat at Eldora. It's going to be 30 laps, an open setup 410 sprint car race, $100 to win, with $10 for 5th, with a $10 entry fee. And you can catch all that live on Buckeye Racing Network. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We will catch you on Thursday next week at Cedar Lake. And we are going to go live again on Right Rear Racing for another league on Saturday night as well. Thank you again for tuning in. We will catch you next time.